They were declared extinct, not endangered, not rare, extinct, removed from records, closed chapters in natural history. But extinction is not always final. These are 10 species that vanished from science and were found alive again. Number 1. Lord Howe Island. Stick insect declared extinct, 1920. Rediscovered, 2001. Ball's Pyramid, Australia. It looks less like an insect and more like a piece of moving bark. Nearly 6 inches long, thick-bodied, glossy dark brown. Its legs are heavy, almost jointed like armor. After a shipwreck in 1918 introduced black rats to Lord Howe Island, the insects were rapidly wiped out. By 1920, they were declared extinct. For decades, nothing. Then in 2001, Australian entomologists climbed Ball's Pyramid, a sheer volcanic sea stack rising out of the Pacific Ocean. Near the summit, beneath a single Melaleuca shrub, they found 24 individuals clinging to life. The entire species had survived on one plant. Today, captive breeding programs in Australia have increased their numbers into the thousands. Plans for reintroduction are underway. The species reduced to a cliff, anomalous, but not erased. Number 2. Takahe declared extinct, 1898, rediscovered, 1948, New Zealand. A large flightless bird about the size of a small turkey. Deep cobalt blue feathers. A thick bright red beak. Strong legs built for climbing steep alpine grasslands. After European settlement, introduced predators and habitat destruction caused its rapid decline. By 1898, the Takahe was declared extinct. For 50 years, it existed only in museum displays. Then, in 1948, Geoffrey Orbell led an expedition into the remote Murchison Mountains. In a hidden alpine valley, they found a small surviving population, alive. Today, fewer than 500 remain. Intensive predator control, managed breeding, and protected reserves are keeping the species from disappearing again. It wasn't gone. It was unreachable. Number 3. Arakan forest turtle declared extinct. Rediscovered, 1994, Myanmar. A medium-sized turtle with a dark, domed brown shell and a distinct yellow striped face. Unlike most turtles, it doesn't live in lakes or rivers. It inhabits dense tropical forest, moving slowly across leaf litter and undergrowth. After its initial scientific description in the early 1900s, the species vanished from records. For nearly a century, it was known only from preserved museum shells. Habitat loss and heavy hunting led scientists to conclude it was extinct. Then in 1994, herpetologists surveying wildlife markets in Myanmar made a startling discovery. Among animals being sold for food, they recognized a turtle matching the long-lost Arakan forest turtle. Alive. Further field surveys confirmed small surviving populations in remote forested hills. Today, the species is classified as critically endangered. Captive breeding programs and protected reserves are attempting to restore wild numbers, but illegal hunting remains a serious threat. It wasn't rediscovered in pristine wilderness. It was found on a market table. Number 4. Hula painted frog declared extinct, 1996. Rediscovered 2011, Israel's earth-toned brown with dark mottled markings that blend perfectly into mud and marsh vegetation. First discovered in the 1940s, the frog's habitat was dramatically altered when the Hula Valley wetlands were drained for agriculture. As the marshes disappeared, so did the frog. By 1996, after decades without sightings, it was officially declared extinct. Then in 2011, during a routine patrol in a restored wetland area, a park ranger noticed an unfamiliar frog resting near the water's edge. It wasn't just rare, it was the Hula painted frog. Genetic analysis revealed something even more extraordinary. The species wasn't simply a surviving frog, it was the last living representative of an ancient amphibian lineage believed to have vanished thousands of years ago. Today, thanks to wetland restoration projects, a small but stable population survives in protected areas. Monitoring continues, and the species remains vulnerable, but it is no longer considered lost. A frog that survived the destruction of its habitat, and outlived its own extinction. Number 5. Bavarian pine vole. Declared extinct 1962, rediscovered 2023. Austria/Germany border small. Brown, soft-furred, barely 5 inches long, with a compact body, short tail, and dense fur adapted to cold alpine climates. After its initial discovery in the 1960s, expanding agriculture and habitat fragmentation across alpine meadows led scientists to presume it extinct by 1962. For more than 6 decades, no confirmed sightings followed. In 2023, researchers conducting genetic sampling of vole populations near the Austria-Germany border identified unexpected DNA results. The samples did not match common meadow voles. They matched the Bavarian pine vole. The species had survived in isolated patches of high-altitude grassland, small, overlooked refuges that escaped intensive surveying. Its population remains extremely limited and vulnerable to further habitat disturbance. Conservation assessments are now underway to determine how many remain. It did not return with photographs, it returned in genetic code. Number 6. Jackson's climbing salamander declared extinct. 1975. Rediscovered 2017. Guatemala bright yellow. Large black eyes, long slender limbs with delicate toes built for gripping wet leaves and climbing low vegetation. After 1975, it vanished from scientific records. Habitat loss and deforestation in Guatemala's cloud forest led researchers to fear the worst. For more than 4 decades, there were no confirmed sightings. Then in 2017, a team conducting night surveys in the Cuchumatanes cloud forest spotted a small yellow shape perched quietly on vegetation. One salamander, then another, then more. The species had survived in a narrow, high-elevation forest range, a fragile ecosystem constantly threatened by logging, agriculture, and climate change. Its population remains small and localized, brilliant color, hidden in mist. Number 7. Black-naped pheasant-pigeon. Declared lost 1882. Rediscovered 2022, Papua New Guinea. A ground-dwelling pigeon about the size of a small chicken. Rust-colored body, jet black nape, and a vivid red eye ring that seems to glow in the dim rainforest light. After it was first documented in 1882, the bird disappeared from scientific records. Expeditions searched, but decades passed without a confirmed sighting. Many assumed it had quietly slipped into extinction. In 2022, researchers working with local communities placed camera traps deep within remote rainforest on Ferguson Island, Papua New Guinea. Days later, the footage was reviewed. One image, then another. A living black-naped pheasant pigeon walking calmly past the lens, head bobbing as it moved through leaf litter. The species had survived in dense forest, rarely explored by scientists' terrain, rugged enough to shield it from sustained human pressure. Its population size is still unknown, and habitat protection is now a priority. A rediscovery 140 years in the making. Number 8. Sierra Leone freshwater crab. Declared extinct 1955. Rediscovered 2021, Sierra Leone. A freshwater crab with vivid purple claws and a compact, stocky body built for life in shaded rainforest streams. Its shell is dark and smooth, blending into wet rocks and leaf litter. Last scientifically recorded in the 1950s, it vanished from surveys as logging, mining, and habitat destruction reshaped West African forests. With no confirmed sightings for decades, it was presumed extinct. In 2021, conservation teams conducting biodiversity assessments in remote forest waterways made an unexpected find. Living individuals, hidden in intact rainforest streams that had largely escaped heavy disturbance. The species remains rare, and freshwater ecosystems in the region continue to face pressure from deforestation and human expansion. But protected forest areas now offer some refuge. A small creature, a large survival story. Number 9. Woolly flying squirrel. The woolly flying squirrel, a creature of a legend and mystery, was long believed to be extinct until its unexpected rediscovery in 1994. When an American zoologist found this species in a remote valley in the Kashmir region, in the extreme north of Pakistan, researchers immediately ventured into the rugged terrain in search of this creature. To their astonishment, they discovered a small population of woolly flying squirrels. The woolly flying squirrel possesses several unique characteristics that set it apart from other squirrel species. Dense woolly fur provides insulation against the cold mountain air, while its large bushy tail acts as a rudder during its gliding flights. Unlike other flying squirrel, the woolly flying squirrel has distinct facial markings, including a dark mask around its eyes and whitish muzzle. One of the most remarkable features of the woolly flying squirrel is its ability to glide gracefully through the forest canopy, using its patagium, a thin membrane of skin, scratching from its wrist to its ankle. The squirrel can glide for impressive distances, navigating between trees with ease. The rediscovery of the woolly flying squirrel was met with excitement and intrigue by the scientific community by studying and protecting species. Like the woolly flying squirrel, we can ensure that these unique creatures continue to grace our planet for generations to come.
Number 10. Ivory-billed Woodpecker declared extinct, 1944. Widely believed. Possible rediscovery, 2004, Arkansas. Nearly 20 inches long, black body with bold white wing edges, a long, pale, ivory-colored bill. After logging destroyed much of the southeastern United States' old-growth forests, confirmed sightings disappeared. By the mid-20th century, the species was widely considered extinct. In 2004, birders in remote Arkansas swamps reported a brief sighting. Soon after, distant video footage and audio recordings of a distinctive double knot call were released. The claim sparked global attention, but the debate continues. Some believe it survives in isolated swamp forests. Others remain unconvinced. A species balance between extinction and hope. Subscribe for more stories where extinction isn't the end. Some species survive in silence, hidden, overlooked, waiting to be found. But rediscovery doesn't mean safety. There may still be species out there we've already given up on.